A home break-in in Harrison County in broad daylight was caught on surveillance cameras inside a woman's home.
The University of Kentucky says hoverboards are not welcome on campus. What students told us about UK's new ban.
It's one of the largest jackpots in Powerball history, and tonight's winning numbers are just minutes away.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. She installed surveillance cameras in her home after someone broke in, and those cameras were rolling when a Harrison County woman says more burglars showed up.
These are the two men she says stole from her during the second burglary, and police hope that you'll recognize these suspects so they can be caught. Our Monique Blair is tracking the investigation tonight. It's our top story at 11.
The Harrison County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a woman says she left her home between the hours of 12 and 5 Tuesday afternoon. And when she came home, her house was ransacked. Her dog was missing, along with several of her belongings.
Her porch door was kicked open, and you could obviously see that somebody forced entry into her house.
Once the woman, who we are keeping anonymous, realized her home was burglarized, she says she also noticed the criminals were caught on her in-home surveillance cameras.
There was two different individuals that were there. You can clearly see them carrying out her belongings.
These two men broke into the home and moved quickly.
They were there maybe 2 minutes.
They stole jewelry and dresser drawers from the home.
More or less just her sense of privacy. She feels violated, and so I'm going to do all I can to prosecute these individuals if we can find them.
Deputies say the woman's dog was also missing, but he was found a short time later, hiding and afraid.
It was found under a tractor, you know, all shaken and everything.
And now, thanks to the woman's cameras, Deputy Royce hopes it won't take long to find the offenders.
It's great for us because without these pictures of these subjects, I wouldn't have anything to go on.
The woman told me she installed security cameras after her home was broken into 2 years ago, but deputies tell me that case is not related to the burglary that happened on Tuesday. In Harrison County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And no one has been charged for the burglary that happened at that home 2 years ago. New tonight, the wife of a fallen Lexington police officer is asking the community to help keep his killer in prison. Glenn Donahue is serving a 20-year prison sentence for manslaughter for the 2010 death of Officer Bryan Durman. But according to Officer Durman's wife, Brandy, Donahue will be eligible for parole again on February 15th. In an email sent out tonight, she said that Donahue refuses to take responsibility for his actions, and she's asking the community to write letters to the Kentucky Parole Board urging its members to keep Donahue in prison. She said her husband did not get a second chance, and Donahue shouldn't either. Donahue was denied parole in 2014.
A man accused of forcing his way into a Woodford County home and killing a 6-year-old boy inside says he is not guilty. 32-year-old Ronald Exantus answered to murder, burglary, and assault charges today following a grand jury indictment. Last month, police say he killed Logan Tipton and injured other members of the boy's family. Logan's family was in the courtroom for today's hearing.
I just wanted to say thank you to the whole community and everyone for their thoughts and prayers and support. And just continue to keep my family, especially my children, in your prayers.
Ronald's mother asked me to tell her was to apologize to her and to tell her, you know, how very sorry they are. And Mrs. Tipton, as gracious as that woman was, looked at me and said, you know, it's not her fault.
Exantus' attorney wouldn't comment on any treatment or evaluations he's had, but she said he has been actively psychotic for much of the time that he's been in jail. New tonight, 2 Franklin County firefighters had to be taken to the hospital after their fire truck crashed. A viewer sent us these eyewitness pictures of the crash, which happened around 3 this morning. The Franklin County Sheriff says the firefighters were heading to a call when the truck went off the road in a curve. The driver overcorrected, but the truck flipped onto its side. The sheriff says the 2 firefighters in the truck had minor injuries and were treated and released from the hospital.
You have probably seen someone using them. Hoverboards were a popular gift this Christmas, but tonight the University of Kentucky is telling students to leave them at home. UK has issued a temporary ban on hoverboards on campus, claiming they can be a fire hazard. Tonight, Garrett Weimer talked to students about the ban.
For Miles Gibson, it's a time saver.
So I got it basically at the beginning of the school year, just you know, as a means to get to class. So, you know, I wouldn't have to walk So it's definitely helped me get to class in maybe 5 to 10 minutes instead of 15.
For others, a troublemaker.
The last thing we need is just fires or anything around campus with all that's happening lately.
UK's fire marshal says hoverboards just aren't worth the risk. Now the university's banned using, having, or keeping them on campus.
We soon saw that it was a major problem and something that needed to be addressed.
UK is now among a growing list of universities, companies, organizations, even cities like New York and countries like the United Kingdom reportedly banning the hoverboards.
It shows you that this is not just something that's a knee-jerk reaction. It's something that is very concerning to us. Somebody is going to have a fire with one of these things, and I don't want it to be the University of Kentucky.
Well, there goes my way of riding my hoverboard to class.
Gibson says he's upset he'll have to leave his hoverboard at home, but he says he understands why UK's banning them. How do you plan on getting to class now?
Just walk. Just walk. Got to go back to the old ways.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
It's unclear what exactly happens if students, faculty, or staff violate the ban. We're told students would be subject, though, to the university's code of conduct, and employees would go through human resources disciplinary policies.
It is going to feel a little warmer tomorrow, but more rain will soon be on the way. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early check of your forecast. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, starting to see some changes showing up in our skyline out there today, Amber. Very nice conditions, but the clouds that were increasing all day long are kind of a harbinger of things to come. Changes to come as we go through the next few days. But that sky cam lighting up this afternoon with a sundog. How about that? That's what we're picking up on there. Those are ice crystal clouds, and as the sun was setting, just an absolutely gorgeous shot here in Lexington. WKYT weather watchers picking up on those ice crystal clouds. Jolene Blevins here in Lexington a little earlier in the day, and then right at sunset, James Starr capturing that gorgeous shot for those ice crystal clouds as the sun called it quits for the day. A lot of the clouds are now beginning to dry up across sections of eastern Kentucky. That's allowing temperatures to drop toward the freezing mark, if not a little below. Cold spot right now, 26 in the capital city of Frankfort. Heading out and about tomorrow, still a nice one. Clouds will increase tomorrow afternoon with temperatures upper 40s, but we've got rain ready to blow into town for Thursday night. Once we get that system in and out of here, guys, it's full steam ahead toward a winter pattern with Arctic cold and snow chances. A new hour-by-hour forecast into the weekend tracks the big change in a moment.
Chris, thank you. Tonight, people in California are dealing with floods and mudslides fueled by El Nino-related storms. Firefighters spent the day trying to pump water out of flooded homes in Orange County. And in Ventura County, a mudslide closed a major highway. Flooding around Los Angeles trapped some drivers in their cars. This comes as California continues to deal with a historic drought. But experts say it will take years of steady storms to make up the water deficit.
Tonight, the White House is casting doubt on North Korea's claim that it conducted a successful hydrogen bomb test. The White House says early analysis of underground activity in North Korea is not consistent with the country's claim. But the U.S. government is still doing the work that's needed to learn more about what exactly North Korea did yesterday. The U.S. is also calling for tough new sanctions against North Korea.
Tonight, the names of 2 people killed in a Morgan County fire still have not been released. State police say the bodies have been taken to Frankfort for an autopsy tomorrow. Firefighters say a woman and a second person believed to be a family member were found dead after that fire yesterday at a home on Rockhouse Branch Road. Firefighters say a wood-burning stove may have started that fire. We have some new video showing an overnight barn fire in Rockcastle County. The Mount Vernon Fire Department posted the video on its Facebook page tonight. 3 different fire departments were called to the fire at a barn on Spiro Road near Mount Vernon. The barn burned to the ground, but there were no reports of any people or animals being injured.
All right, grab those tickets. Just minutes ago, the winning numbers for tonight's $500 million Powerball jackpot were drawn. So take a look at them. We're going to leave them up here for a little bit for you. This is the largest Powerball jackpot in nearly a year. The jackpot actually increased twice since Saturday because so many people were buying tickets. We'll show you the winning numbers again a little bit later in this newscast. Tonight, police are looking for some burglars who broke into a Richmond firefighter's home days after he died.
The coroner says 49-year-old firefighter Alfie Smith died last month of natural causes. While his family was grieving, the Madison County Sheriff's Office says burglars broke into Smith's Berea home and stole electronics and other household items.
Tragic event for them. It's unfortunate that somebody would take advantage of that situation.
Deputies think the burglary happened the day of Smith's visitation. At this point, they say they do not have any suspects in the case.
New tonight, a former Louisville teacher will spend 42 years in prison for child pornography charges. A federal judge sentenced 33-year-old Patrick Newman today. He pled guilty last year. Investigators say that Newman made, transported, and possessed child pornography. They say the case involves 16 boys in Kentucky and other states. Newman used to be a teacher and an assistant football coach at Trinity High School.
New tonight, a grand jury has indicted a Texas state trooper who arrested a woman who later died in jail. Trooper Bryan has been indicted for perjury for allegedly lying about how Sandra Bland's arrest happened. The Texas Department of Public Safety says it plans to fire Insinia. Bland was arrested for assault, but police say she committed suicide in jail just a few days later. Her family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the trooper.
New tonight, after disappointing holiday sales, Macys plans to cut thousands of jobs and even close more stores. The Cincinnati-based department store chain says sales fell more than 5% in November and December, so Macys plans to lay off more than 4,000 employees nationwide. The chain also plans to close around 3 dozen stores, but none of the closures are here in Kentucky. Leaders of Macys hope the cuts will save the company about $400 million.
New tonight, a Kentucky water park has announced plans to expand. Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon in Bowling Green is launching a multi-million-dollar project. It includes 4 new water slides. The expansion is the largest in the park's history. Park leaders say the water slides are expected to open in June.
He has had a busy schedule, to say the least, since winning The Voice, and tonight Harlan County native Jordan Smith sang a classic hit on national television.
You are so to me, can't you see?
Of course, that's Jordan singing You Are So Beautiful during tonight's People's Choice Awards, which aired right here on WKYT. He performed with Grammy-winning record producer David Foster. Since winning The Voice last month, Jordan was honored with a parade in Harlan County. He also sang the national anthem before the UK basketball game at Rupp last weekend. And to top it all off, he got engaged. So, yes, he has had a very, very big few weeks.
He looks so polished out there, like he's been doing it forever.
I know.
So
looks natural.
Good for him.